the Vote Leave campaign made some very specific promises about what would happen to the UK if we left the EU. There was money for the NHS, control of our borders, free trade with the world, and sovereignty back in British hands. We wanted to, 10 years on, fact check some of those claims. So we dug out the original Vote Leave website in the Internet Archives, frozen in 2016, and checked every promise against what's happened since. First, the famous £350 million a week NHS pledge.
The £350 million going to the NHS every week was a bit of a myth.
Then we went to Dover to look at the second Brexit promise, that leaving the EU would grant us control of our border and all the people coming in. Interestingly, immigration figures, which after years of increased net migration, are now quite low. But that's not how people feel about it.
Where's that proof to me? Because the boats are coming in all the time. At the moment, I think the Brits feel unsafe.
Then we looked at another Brexit promise, that Britain would thrive as a global trading nation. We spoke to a haulier who voted for Brexit, who isn't feeling the promised windfall.
We used to always make, in tax and revenue and everything else, about £4 million a year. Well, now it's gone the other way around. We've been making losses for 2 years in a row.
And he's not the only person we met who thinks that their livelihood has been hit by Brexit.
We had a great business model before, and then, politics changed it all.
Finally, we looked at perhaps Brexit's biggest promise, taking back control. It's the hardest one to measure, but there is one thing that is very clear. British politics looks very different today. In 2017, the two main parties secured more than 80% of the vote in the general election. Polling now shows they are both only managing around 20% each.
We have many more parties competing than ever. People vote for many more parties than ever before. And we definitely see that lack of stability in our politics every day.
While Professor Sobolewska thinks we're more fractured, others disagree. Lord Elliot was the chief executive of the Vote Leave campaign, making him one of the architects of Brexit as a whole.
I think the key point about Brexit was the fact that we left the EU. We took back control, as we said we would. We're not paying the membership fee, and we've got some great trade deals. Now, there's a lot more we could do with the Brexit powers, but overall, I'm still very happy that we left.
That's just a snapshot of what we found. So watch the full FourSight documentary on YouTube and tell us, 10 years on, do you think Brexit delivered?